Welcome back to Checkpoint. Thank you for staying with us. It's now time for that anticipated feature where for over the past 2 years, the number of female students in secondary schools across Mandera County has risen significantly. Many of these girls have escaped forced marriages thanks to the county government's Elimu kwa Wote program, which provides free secondary education. Beyond empowering local students, the initiative has also become a lifeline for learners from impoverished families in neighboring counties, some of whom travel for up to 10 days to access this all-important opportunity. Senior journalist Hamza Yusuf spoke to some of the students, capturing their remarkable journey in pursuit of education, the greatest equalizer. Here is our detailed report.
Meet Amina Mohammed, a Form 4 student from Isiolo. Behind her bright smile lies a painful past, one not shared by many students who have endured unimaginable hardship.
Nimelelewa na grandmother and grandfather. I lost even my grandmother. Nikabaki na grandfather. So yeye amekaa kishughulika na mimi. Amekaa kiniangalia.
Amina is the only child in her family, having lost both parents at a young age. She first learned about the Elimu kwa Wote program from a friend, but her path to education has been far from easy. Amina's journey to Mandera was marked by adversity, escaping a forced marriage, facing hunger, and overcoming countless struggles. Despite her academic brilliance, Amina's education was nearly cut short by her own family members.
Kuna watu wanakuja nyumbani, mimi nakataa, wanakuja. Sasa like my grandfather is on my side, anakubali, mimi sikubali kuoleka. But my aunties, they were forcing me. Wananiambia oleka tu wewe, kuna kijana fulani wako na pesa, of which hata nikisema ni kuolewa hapo hivyo, me I'm not educated, I have nothing. Obviously ningeenda hapo ni safe. I could suffer from that marriage. Grandfather alikuwa anang'ang'ana, ananiambia fanya hivi, fanya hivi. Then after hapo hivyo kuna watu walikuja mara kama 3. Juu anaona mimi like nakaa tu nyumbani kila siku, sina mali ya kwenda, niko nyumbani, I'm always at home. Because siendi shule, hawajui kama nimemaliza, hawajui kama nili drop out.
After years of fighting for her future, a friend who had graduated from Banisa Girls Secondary School became her lifeline.
Nilipatana rafiki yangu mmoja alikuja akamalizia Palestia, akaniambia kuwa instead unakaa kila siku kwa forced in getting married, I will help you, takusaidia hata na pesa ya transport uende mpaka huko mahali unafaa kwenda. Even though ni mbali, itabidi umevumilia juu huko unapata free education. Apart from education, kuna chakula kwa shule, watoto wanapata chakula vizuri, no paying school fees, hakuna kitu unakuwa charged. Then nikang'ang'ana tu, yule msana akanihelp. Even my grandfather akanisaidia, akanifanya nirudi shule. Bila nimerudi shule afadhali.
Beside her is Saloma Gashiri, an 18-year-old newcomer to Mandera, who shared her trauma she endured in marriage before finding a second chance in education.
Nilitoka kwa huyo bona kabla baada ya kukaa miezi 3 kwake. Kuna sababu ya kufanya nitoke kwake ni shinda za niliona nikipitia kwake, ni vita tu. Alikuwa ananigonga ile mbaya sana. Ninaona tu haina haja ya kwenda nyumbani, juu hata nikienda kwa wazazi tu watanirudisha. Nikaona tu acha nivumilie. Wakati nilivumilia for 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, nikaona tu atungekaa na yeye, ndo niliamua tu kurudi nyumbani.
Born and raised in Meru County, Salome feared she will be denied a place in the program, as it was believed to prioritize local students.
Sijaulizwa my religion ni gani, sijaulizwa pia kabila ni gani. Wamenipokea kwa vizuri sana, na ndani yangu nafurahia sana kwa this free education. Hii government ya Mandera County na nashukuru sana, juu kama si wasingekuwa malapa.
Her experience is echoed by Purity Makena and Mercy Chipchumba, whose stories further highlight the far-reaching impact of Mandera's free education initiative.
I've been studying at Mandera Girls. I finished last year. Niliweza kufeli katika mitihani yangu kwa kuwa nilikuwa natuma nyumbani sana kwa kukosa school fees. Wazazi wakasema kuwa hawana pesa za kunilipia karo tena. Ikabidi tu nikae nyumbani, lakini niliweza kujua kuwa kuna shule huku ambayo ilikuwa inaoffer free education. Nikamwacha nikuje nisomee huku.
Maisha ingekuwa ngumu kwa sababu mamangu hakuwa na kazi. Alafu babangu alikuwa ameshapass to 2019. Nikakuja peke yangu mpaka Nairobi. Transport ilitokea kutoka Nandi mpaka hapa ni 9500 mpaka nikafika hapa.
Yes. You get 3 books here.
Yes. Banisa Mixed Secondary School Principal Ali Hassan has witnessed firsthand the transformation brought about by this initiative.
There is no dropout. So actually the 100% transition that the national government has been saying all through has been fully realized in Mandera County for the first time. Because before, even if maybe the national government pays partly, always the boarding student pay fees for themselves. But now that again, now that the boarding fees has been cleared, I think there is 100% transition, and the population increase is an obvious thing that we cannot overlook.
Not only is the story of Amina and Salome a true heartfelt testimony, but it also highlights the broader transformation taking shape here in Ramu. This sub-county was once among those with highest level of early marriages before the introduction of the Elimu Kwa Water initiative. However, 2 years after its implementation, the narrative has drastically changed. Today, the girl child is empowered to prioritize academic over marriage.
70 kilometers away is Ramu Girls Secondary School. We met Farhia Abdi, a young mother who returned to school thanks to Elimu Kwa Water.
Shosho ameshinda kulipa fee. Alafu they take advantage of that. I have dropped out of the school. Alafu nikapata ndoa. Shosho hata mimi sikuwa nataka nioe, lakini shosho ndio anilazimisha, akaniambia sasa mimi siwezi nilipe fees yako. Unafaa uoe, uoleke, ukae nyumbani. Alafu sasa mimi nilishindwa nifanye nini, nikakubali tu.
Hassan Abdullahi, a native of Yabelo, Ethiopia, once attended primary school in Mandera but dropped out for 2 years due to lack of secondary school fees.
Babangu alikuwa na ingamia 3 hivi. Akaniambia tachunge ingamia 3. Wewe usiende orthodox. Na mimi nilikuwa nataka kusoma kitu.
Forced into mining to survive, he narrowly escaped death when a gold mine collapsed, claiming the lives of his friends.
Nimeanza kuchimba kitu kama gold. Nimechimba hiyo kitu. Alafu hiyo kitu ni ngumu. Kazi ni mingi. Hiyo mchanga inapasuka kwa watu. Watu wanakufa.
With free education, Hassan no longer has to choose between herding camels and pursuing his dreams.
Such a child could have gone to West. He would have gone to herd the camels, and that could have been a talent that is lost. But now, that child is going to be an asset to the county.
For 2 years, stories like this have become common in Mandera. County Director of Education Ibrahim Suro affirms that the initiative has uncovered many untold struggles.
Students who have left primary school a long time ago go back to school because of the free secondary education. Even their mothers who are married and they finished secondary school and they could not make to schools before, but with the introduction of Elimu Kwa Water, they decided to go back and start learning again with even their children, together with their children. There are students who are scored, their parents who are scoring good marks in the KCSE because of this initiative.
Mandera remains the only county in the country offering complete free secondary education.
Well, people see Elimu Kwa Water about 460 million in a year, close to 500 million with other operational expenditure and other costs that are related to that, close to $500 million every year going into that program. There are a lot that has been sacrificed to achieve that. Especially when we came in the first year, the entire foreign travel amount was completely removed. The domestic travel allowances were almost removed to up to 3/4 of it were removed. and only essential travel program and daily subsistence allowance were left for key department to operate.
There was a big improvement in examination. For the first time, local schools have started scored A's, which has never happened in Mandera. Last year alone, we have more than 30 A's in Mandera County. For example, a school called Fincharo Secondary School, which is in Mandera West, we have girls who have scored A play. We have girls from Takawa girls who have scored A play. Those are the achievements that we have found with Elimu kwa Wote.
We sought out Governor Mohammed Aden Khalif, the visionary behind this program, to understand why he prioritized education over other sectors.
Elimu kwa Wote is one of the deliberate measures we put in place to save lives and livelihood. During the election of 2022, and actually going back to 2021, we had 3 very severe cyclone droughts. Now that the animals are gone, and we have a huge young population in northern Kenya, every household is an average of 7 to 8 per household. Then out of the 7, except the 2 parents, the rest are young population, people who need to be taken through. And one of the main socio-economic activity, which is the livestock, is almost gone. So how do we support the paying of school fees in secondary schools for those within Mandera County? And many people say that this is just won't work, it's impossible. But I can confirm that it is working very well for me, or for us, for the people of Mandera County, and our focus is to continue with it. And it has changed lives in so many ways. After we get the rain, the April-May rain in 2023, the few livestock which left have not been sold to pay school fees. So what are we really doing? We are indirectly restocking. Instead of now them pulling the few left to the market to pay fees, now they left it to multiply.
But does he feel the burden of educating students from other counties, and can the program be sustained in the long run?
In Mandera, it's not only Somalis who live there, unlike what people think outside. We have a community called the 7th community. What does the 7th community means? There are people who come from other part of the country who are now residents of Mandera, and they used to be called non-locals. So during the election, we said we need to change that. This is the word non-local. It doesn't go well with the communities of people we live with for a period of years. For them, if their brothers or the siblings who comes from other part of the country, we allowed them.
Deputy Governor Dr. Ali Maalim acknowledges that despite effort to uplift girls, deep-rooted cultural barriers still exist.
Because of scarcity of resources, it has promoted the girl child, the female, in the sense that if the parent has very little resources, for instance, he has a boy and a girl who finish primary school and they have to go to secondary, and then the resources is not enough. And if the resource is not enough, probably enough for one of them, the chances, 90% chance is that they will pick the boy to go to secondary school, meaning that the girl has been left behind. We found out that really building human capital is the future for us.
Education experts believe that the initiative has played a crucial role in preventing youth from being recruited into extremist groups, given the Mandera's proximity to Somalia and Ethiopia.
Where there is a lack of possibility of parents paying the school fees, you may find a student involving themselves in other things. Like for example, let's say involving in the issue of drugs, okay, because they don't have support from parents. They end up even becoming, the act of, involving themselves in act of radicalization.
Can this program truly transform education in Mandera? According to the Mandera County Education Department, the program currently supports over 23,450 students across 68 public secondary schools. For many parents, this initiative marks the first tangible benefit of devolution.
Leleni, kabla hatujapata hii bursary, tulikuwa na shida mingi. Stress yetu ilikuwa mingi sana. Sasa tunafurahi waendelee kusponsor hii young generation ambaye wanakuja juu.
Mama wengi wamefurahi na wazee wengi wamefurahi kwa sababu ukame amemaliza ngombe yote, mbuzi, watu hawana chochote. Tulikuwa tunafikiria leo watoto wataenda shule namna gani.
Hii system mpya hatujawahi kupata. Leo safari hii watoto wetu ya Mandera County wote wanaenda free kwa shule. Hakuna kitu naulizwa. Uliambiwa tu pay uniform, peleka shule.
With enrollment surging by over 7,900 students in just 9 months, school administrators are facing mounting pressure.
The biggest worry I have is not actually support in the secondary. The biggest worry I have is then what happened after they exit the secondary education. For the secondary, we have to struggle with it. I don't think we have an option of exiting it. I know that the population, the enrollment is just increasing per year. We will keep on adjusting.
For Amina, Salome, Mercy, and countless others, the name Mandera will forever be engraved in their hearts as the place where education gave them a second chance at life. Hamza Yusuf, KTN, for Second Chance.
Coming up, celebration